This is Court in Providence.
All right.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Counselor?
Susanna Cotter for the defendant.
Suzanne Carter from the Public Defender for the City of Providence, representing the defendant, Kume Ken O. Ma Tiang, who is charged with aggressive panhandling. Now, it is to be noted that the defendant has been before the court on several occasions and has had several dispositions regarding his conduct. In this case, he was at the intersection of Darren's and Washington Streets, and according to an impartial witness, police observed the subject banging on car windows that were stopped at the red light at Darren's and Washington. He was showing his middle finger and then using profanity to female drivers, and his conduct was both threatening and aggressive. So he was charged again with aggressive panhandling. Now, when you arrest?
20 minimum.
We don't have anything.
Because he's been here so many times, I can pull one of the older records and try to find it, but
All right.
a minimum of 20, Your Honor.
Inspector Quinn, the defendant, to my recollection, has been before me several times. Are you familiar with this record?
Yes, Your Honor. I'd say that Fumi's probably been in this courtroom probably 9 times within the last 3.5 months. There was an arrangement made with the defender's office that we were attempted to work with him to get him into some treatment program, but apparently that fell through for lack of insurance. Counsel had advised me of that this morning. But, Your Honor, we have several times allowed this gentleman time served because of the time of day when he gets apprehended. He spends 15 to 20 hours in the cell block here. But lack of the treatment, Your Honor, the city's going to have to start asking for some time served at the ACI.
Counselor, you want to be heard on this?
Yes, I would like to say...
Well, first of all, how does he plead?
Nolo.
Do you want to be heard on this?
Yes, Your Honor. Tuesday, he was here. He was also here Friday morning. Friday morning is when he agreed to do 2 weeks minimum of inpatient alcohol treatment instead of time at the ACI. I spent a good portion of the morning trying to get him placed. They didn't have him with insurance, so nobody would take him. And I say that just to say that he was willing. It didn't fall through because he wasn't willing to go. In some ways, I don't think he should be in this courtroom. I think he should be in district court where there are social workers on staff. And I understand that it's hard because what he gets charged with here doesn't really translate there, but that's really the problem is I could not move him into services as smoothly as they would be able to. And I understand the city's frustration with Fumi, but this is going to keep happening. And I say all this to just try to mitigate the sentence. He does plead nolo. I do acknowledge that right now he has 2 cases open within the last 4 days. But it's from a real lack of access on our part.
It's always nice to blame the state.
I'm not blaming the state.
For other people's conduct and say, well, you know, it's the state's fault. But I'm thinking of the motorist who was being threatened and harassed by him. This is not an isolated incident. As Inspector Quinn has indicated, he has been there several times. And we've heard the same argument several times. I think we're going to have to send him a message. I'm going to send him to the ACI for 5 days. And if he comes back again, it's going to be 10. And then if he comes back again, it's going to be 15. In the meantime, we'll see if we can get him some help. I'd love to get him some help, you know, but...
Thank you, Your
But
Honor.
right now we have an obligation to protect the public interest, public health and welfare, so.
Your Honor, is that 5 days on both cases?
I beg your pardon?
Is that 5 days on both cases?
I'm going to do it, I'm going to serve him concurrently,
Okay.
5 days. Now, he's getting a break because I can sentence him to 30,
I know that.
all right? But I think we have to send him a clear message that the days of him coming in here, we say, okay, he served the night in jail, we're going to give him a break, right? Those days are over.